And welcome, inquiring minds. Welcome to Become the Source, iRadio. How's everybody doing tonight? Host L1 here, and just saying I'm feeling pretty lively for taping at 9 p.m.
We're looking over there. Luna, what are you doing, Luna?
Reading over some notes.
Reading over some notes? Don't you have that all memorized by now?
I do. I was just double checking.
Well, say hello to your people, man.
Hey, you guys. How are y'all doing?
And of course, it's me, the Novi. How are you guys doing? We're here. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're a little off tonight. I guess the powers that be are doing something very, very unique and strange. And so, yeah, we're here. But anyway, we're having still a great time like always. So, Elle, what do you got to present to us this evening?
All right, and as usual, these topics came to us from Mother, and they came about, I think, the night before. We're going to continue on with the bright side of life. It seems to be the theme is niceness, in particular, how to balance out that niceness. Think everybody knows how to be nice? Maybe. Now, how do you balance it out? And then let's see, looks like we're also going over TAF today. There's another TAF episode. Normally we do them on Thursdays, but I guess we had to push it up this week. We're going to be talking about what everybody thinks are those dark entities, those lower
Dark
realm.
Entities? What are you talking about, dark entities?
We call
what are you talking about dark entities for? We're supposed to be a show that teaches people not to be afraid, and you're talking about dark entities.
Excuse you. We call them service to self entities. But everybody
that's
else...
better. Why couldn't you say that at first?
Because nobody knows them as service to self entities. Everybody knows them as lower realm.
You know what's going to happen with these people? They're going to freak out. They always do.
Oh, come on. Everybody's attracted to them.
They're going to freak out.
Everybody's attracted to lower realm.
Luna, are these people going to freak out or not?
I don't think so. I think they'll be fine.
You think so?
Yeah.
You really think so?
Yeah, I really do.
She's an optimist.
I mean, don't you know service to self entities, by the way, it's a pretty big, expansive category. It's more than what people think, but everybody knows them as dark entities, manipulative entities, power over entities, whatever. So we're going to talk about those today. We're going to figure out exactly what they are, what defines them, and more importantly, how in the world are you supposed to handle them?
What defines you, my friend?
And then our last segment today is Living Now. That'll be either thrown into Aftermath the next day or tonight, so we'll see how much we can get through, huh? Anyway, so on to TBSOL, the bright side of life. It's how to balance out your niceness. Now, from what I understand, when we last left off, we had analyzed the concept of being nice and the idea that niceness can serve as a facilitator and also a learning tool. How so? Well, we talked about how being nice means not always getting your way, not always being first in line, which in turn can teach you patience, can teach you forgiveness, can teach you a little bit of more tolerance and love for others, and which eventually, hopefully, the ultimate stage is love for self. Now,
you know what? Mm-hmm. Love for self. What does that mean to you?
Love for self?
Yeah. Because there's a lot of people out there that are going to say, oh, I love myself. So what does that mean?
This is kind of something that goes beyond the human love. I think people confuse loving themselves with liking themselves. And I think in a way, loving yourself has to do with continuously expanding yourself and unconditionally loving and enjoying life. You genuinely care about yourself enough to want to enjoy life. You genuinely love yourself enough to want to love others in return, because you eventually realize that this love for self is also a love you can have for others. That's what I think love for self is. It takes a while to, I think, establish. Big time. What do you think, Luna?
I'd have to agree with you. I don't know, I feel like love for self, like you said, people confuse it with liking themselves, but you have to love yourself, like, spiritually, I think. With, I don't know, your brain. You have to love your ego as well. And
oh, you just said something there that people are just going to totally dislike. They're going to totally dislike that one.
Why is that?
Oh, because I think everyone's really busy trying to kill the ego all the time. It's like, oh, kill the ego is the worst thing in the world. It's not.
I feel like we've gone over this over and over again, that the ego is not the enemy, yet I think it takes a while for people to get. So I think we should reiterate it as much as possible. I think people will learn that way. They see you repeating it and everything like that. But, on to the topic. So how do you balance out your niceness? Is it something that needs to be balanced out? What do you think, Luna?
Yes, I think you have to balance it out. Like, we were talking about duality and polarity, negative and positive, balancing things out to cancel an equation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Okay. Someone's going to have to break that down. I think I know what you're talking about. You're saying that, because I think when people hear balance out your niceness and balance out the equation, I think people think, well, in order for me to balance out my niceness, I need to be mean and I need to beat some people up. Not really. Perhaps, but not really. It sounds more about like a spiritual balancing out, which can be manifested in how you live life, as opposed to the other way around. Well, if I do stuff, it'll happen. Not really always that simple. I would say, from what that sounds like, I would say that the equation of niceness, if you balance it out with some aggression, if you balance it out with some persistence in having your way.
La persistance?
Persistence.
What do you know about la persistance? What do you know? What do you think you know about la persistance? Tell me.
Persistence. Well,
because you humans go around claiming bloody fame for everything. Oh, I'm so cool. I can do this. Or you never had a piece of me like this before. And when it's time to show up, my goodness. My goodness. There's like nothing there but just hot air. So what is the persistence that you are talking about? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay, first of all, you got to understand persistence.
Explain it to me.
In the context of what I was talking about, not just the definition.
Give me a second, because you like to escape way too much here, all right? Every time I say something, you're going to come and say, oh, well, I mean, these are people that are listening to us. Do they know? Did they take the classes to understand the lingo in between all the stuff? This is why the humans get lost all the time. They go straight to the ego, and the ego go, oh, yes, come here, my little friend. I know what I can do for you. You see this used car over here? Oh, but it's not used. It's brand new. Trust me. It's a matter of perspective. And I think they get lost in that. So tell me about the persistence.
The persistence.
Of course. That's what I say. I say the persistence. Why do you keep repeating it after me?
Persistence is the repeated push, which I think incorporates will, of going towards a reality that you've chosen or an outcome that you've chosen. Now,
you know as well as I do that most human beings are going to turn around, they're going to push for like 5 minutes and they get tired.
I think that is.
Listen, I'm not trying to fight you on this. What I'm trying to say is, if we're going to say something to these people, which they're hard-headed as it is, because they don't even know the difference. They're trying really hard. I give them that. But it's really difficult to get there, right? So if this is the case, then what can we offer them so that they can win? So, besides, take the classes. Don't say, I got this. You don't. Trust me. Otherwise, why are you here? Not listening to us, but why are you here on this planet? Oh, because I have a purpose. Okay, the first thing I'm going to tell you is go check yourself. Anyway, but the point I'm saying is, something that you can persistence is. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not against you.
No,
I just want you to be able to lay it out so someone can say, but of course I know what the persistence is. I watch Become the Source. Yes. And what's her face was there? Oh, Castrans, like you do.
Right,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to put it on you. You define it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because you keep saying, no, it isn't this, it's not that. What do you mean?
I'm asking you to define it. You're the one that can go in between humans and say
you're
this
the one.
stuff.
Okay, here's why I ask you to define it.
Because I'm just going to say straight. I can't believe that. This is crazy.
Here's why I think you need to define it first.
Good.
because you speak from the formulaics and schematics. You have to start from an area where they're ultimately going to go. If they're going to go in the entity realm, you have to define persistence from an entity perspective. That means formulaics.
But
then we break it down to humans.
Hold on there, Bubba Louie. The difficulty is that entities don't have persistence. That's a human thing.
Okay, then define it from the formulaics.
Huh?
The formulaics.
Huh?
Huh?
Why me?
Because we need to start.
Mother did not put this on schedule. I'm just asking
yes, she
you
did.
to. No, she didn't.
Yes,
she
she
didn't
did.
say the Novi has to do this.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
She said, make sure that the Novi defines.
Look, I don't
want to
argue for the next 20 minutes on air because I'm refusing to say something.
So,
Luna,
you're right. I'm
Luna,
sorry.
what
Go
is
ahead
in your knowledge and coming up to whatever you were doing before you got here? Because you must have some persistence to make it all the way to the doorstep.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So what do you think it is for you?
Well, even before I knew about all this stuff, I still knew what kind of person I wanted to be, and I knew that no matter what people threw my way, I was still going to be persistent and keep going.
No Kuko here. Go away, Kuko.
I was going to still go my path, and no one was going to stop me. So that's what persistence is to me.
What's the difference in, and I'm not challenging you, I just want, to air this out. What's the difference between being stubborn and la persistance?
When you're stubborn, you don't want to listen to anybody else. You just want your way or the highway, and you can say whatever you want.
See, now she said it absolutely perfect. This is wonderful. I love it. See, the Novi had to say no secrets. I like
Yeah,
that.
well, I mean, you can say whatever you want, but when you shut up and listen to somebody else, you can learn something often. So, I think that's what it is.
So humans, shut up and listen often. See?
So that's persistence.
So that's a very good definition of la persistance.
Okay, summarize that again. So they get
Thank you, Luna. We appreciate
Oh
that.
yeah, you're welcome.
What, me?
Yeah.
Me do what?
Say what?
Look, she did a good job. Don't make me step all
Paraphrase
over.
again what she said.
No. Let it go. Let it go for now. That's exactly, I think, what the humans need to hear. La persistance. Now continue, because what you had was really good. I didn't want to interrupt you. I just want to make sure we understand that persistence is not being stubborn, right?
Yes.
As Luna said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And since Luna had to go the journey not too long ago, she was able to say, look, I was going to go on this journey regardless of what was going to happen. And that is, I was persistent, la persistance, on doing that. So that's the deal. Get it?
Absolutely.
Got it good. So go ahead.
Got it good. So anyway, getting back to, because we have to focus this back on the main concept, was the how do you balance out your niceness? And being persistent is actually a great way to balance out your niceness. Why? Because from the definition of niceness, sometimes niceness is usually a yielding of some kind. It's usually a pause, a contemplation, a flow of another's persistence. So how to balance it out?
I like that definition, see? It's really pretty.
So then if you temper it with a persistence, when you know you need to persist in something, you can actually still be nice. I actually know you can still be kind and loving.
So the whole object of what you're trying to say is how to work with your niceness,
How to balance it out. These
how
people
to balance
need to
it
know.
out with persistence.
There's
So
too many
can we
nice
say then?
people.
Can we say then that someone savoir-faire out there can say, I have the persistence, and I am not an whole, and I can really be still kind to people and nice, right?
I
So
agree.
could you then say that la persistance has no real judgment, maybe,
Les persistance? Yes. No judgment.
but a choice of path?
Correct.
No judgment, but a choice of path.
Yes, exactly. This is what I was talking about when I said you have to define it from the schematics, because people think being persistent means you have to be angry.
Right.
People think persistence means you have to be stubborn and angry
Right.
or frustrated.
Luna, in your journey, your recent journey, did you feel like other people were angry and when they had la persistance?
Yes.
And how'd you deal with that?
With their anger?
Well, yeah, that they were angry and pushy.
Well, I would just listen to what they had to say, and then I would just move on and carry on with my day, really.
Was it difficult for you during those
At
days?
times it was very difficult because they really want to poke at you, and they want a reaction. They want to get you to say something so they can keep going that way. And you sink deeper and deeper into this hole. So I just listen, and, you know, if you can take something, you learn from it, and you move on. You need not stay and contemplate so long, because you're going to be dragged in there.
I'm digging it. That sounds good to me.
I'm liking
I bought it. What about you?
Awesome.
So how to deal with other people's persistence? You're saying that
Right, because you're all co-creators, right? According to the universe, you're all co-creators, and being co-creators, you share the universe. So you're a sliver of the co-creation, and for you to find your way home, is this about finding your way home or just dealing with balance?
I would
think
say for
both.
now it's
What's that there, Luna? What'd you say?
I say both.
Both?
Yeah,
But people don't want both, Luna. I
Well,
I
if
think
people
that
don't want both,
humans
then they're just going to hang out on this planet for a few generations.
Which brings another story. Can you have leprosy stones while wanting to be a human experiencing here? Because what is leprosy stones for?
I mean, it depends on what you want to be persistent about.
Well, what do you think there, El?
I think, yes, you can be persistent in living your human life if that's what you choose.
All right. So, what are some of the setbacks? Because I want to know. Forgive me if I'm stepping all over this. I'm listening to the chat. I'm looking at the time. They're waving me. What is it about leprosy stones that we need? What are the detriments? How do you achieve it? And are humans actually achieving it?
Okay. All right. So the detriment of lay persistance, which
Yes,
is
we are speaking.
remember, we're speaking about how to balance out your niceness. One of the key ingredients is persistence. Now, a detriment.
But does niceness have a value here? Something important? Can we just say I don't want to be nice anymore? Because some people are really saying that. I'm tired of being nice and whatever the case may be.
And
so
here's
first
the
we
issue.
need to
Okay.
establish: do you want to be nice?
Being nice, actually, you can be nice if you want to, and it's okay to say, I don't want to be nice. However, the trap or the detriment is that, and this goes with both being persistent and with being nice, people mix way too much emotion in it. They say things like, I'm not being nice anymore, and they're angry, they're frustrated. They feel that they need to hit somebody or push somebody around or verbally abuse somebody in order to prove, look, I'm not nice. So they throw in judgment there, and they feel that they need to emotionally explode. This is where it can be a detriment. So this is where I think when people persist, that's why they're very stubborn and angry a lot of the times. And I think the whole saying of no more Mr. Nice Guy, usually the person is very frustrated and angry when they say that. And that's the detriment. So you can choose not to be nice. You can say flat out, okay, I'm not being nice anymore. Time to be persistent. You can say that without anger. You can say that without frustration. You can say that without feeling like you have to judge somebody and tear somebody down while you're going on your way up.
I think he's just asking way too much of these humans.
Oh.
Okay,
Well,
let's make this clear.
Okay, hold on.
No, I gotta say this because I opened my mouth and I know that I'm gonna get beamed with bean bags later. Here's the deal. Because I'm still confused as to whether we're being kind and having leprosy stones because we're human.
You mean nice?
Nice, yeah. Because we're human or because we are leaning over to our path, which is, the path of enlightenment. So I'm still confused in that because all I know is you're talking about, being nice and stuff. And what's the benefit for the humans to be nice?
Okay,
Because when we go out there to the world, to the real world, and we disguise ourselves and act like humans, well, it's easier for you. I just think that people just want to beat you. They're so mad and angry. They just want to beat you. So I don't think they want to be nice. I don't think they can. I don't even think they know how. There's not even a school to be nice. And so what they say being nice is if you do this for me, I'll be nice for you. In other words, I'll treat you nice as a reward, right? And that's what you get mostly. So, and we're broadcasting to both the collective, well, I'll try to the collective and associates and, man, I keep forgetting. The collective,
Agents.
the associates, and the agents. Thank you.
Agents. And
So
mother.
they're trying to collect this information so they can go out there and do their job and help other people and also live better lives. So, are we actually sending them in with the idea that humans can be nice, will be nice, not based out of interest? And are they going to be just side smacked when they get there?
Here's your answer.
You see what I'm getting at?
And here's your answer. The truth of the matter is people were never taught the proper definition or function of being nice. they did learn it from an interest-based perspective.
Bingo.
And
The Novi
so
knows.
therefore, your first step is there a what's the benefit of being nice? If you truly know how to do it and use niceness as a point of a catalyst for patience and forgiveness, a pause and a contemplation to consider the idea of being in service to others,
Right.
that needs to be taught. There's your benefit there, but that needs to be taught. Are humans like
it
that
needs
to
be,
begin with?
and I would say it would need to be learned. How you get it, that's on you.
Now,
Right?
are you now? If you're asking
Because you
me,
can't
yes.
control someone teaching you or not teaching. Like the Novi will say nothing sometimes. So
Now, to answer your previous question of
Right.
if the agents in the collective go out there and expect human beings to know the true function of nice, not really. No. Don't expect that.
all
I'm
right.
sorry.
So that's really important to know that though we're speaking not of ideals but of things that function, you cannot expect humans to be nice because they really don't know how. Right? This is something that you have to understand and become aware of. And you can be nice, but it's usually based on interest. And that's not really being nice. Remember the good Lord Jesus? He said, love everybody. Just love everybody. He said, love them just because. He said, love everybody. So if you're not doing that, you're also not being nice. You're being interest-based little entity. You're trying to condition the next person so they're nice to you so you can get what you want. You can't fool the Novi. So our agents in our collectives and also our associates need to know that when you're going out there, it's sort of like a twofold world. You're going to be dealing with humans that really do not know how to be nice, who they themselves have a lot of turmoil. Now, if humans get to listen to this broadcast as well, they can just self-reflect, which is really easy to do, right? Take some time out, self-reflect, and feel the niceness. Are you being nice just because of how someone treats you? Because do you think they deserve it? Because if you're doing that, then it's very judgmental, and you're not going to get the fullness of what being nice brings to you. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So in balancing the niceness, I think you really have to be more true to yourself and more understanding that you're probably not being nice.
that sounds
you're
very
being-
human.
No, it's not, because you're all going to die. Yes.
Did you just were you just
What?
sweet to the humans?
No.
Were you just
No.
compassionate to them?
No. I refuse to. No.
I was watching you.
No.
I saw your face
No.
soften. I saw
Stop
it.
making up stories.
Oh
you
no,
know?
this is recorded live. We're
Stop-
getting this.
stop making
no,
up
no,
stories.
This is recorded. for
People out
history.
there are going to think, oh, the Novi has a heart. I do. It pumps blood through the veins of this thing that I have to walk in for the next few years. That's it. Done.
It's a good analysis there.
What's that, Luna?
That your heart pumps blood.
You're not very kind to me either today, are you? What do you got to say, Luna, about nice? Interest-based or not interest-based, or can humans get away from it since you just come fresh out of the battle zone?
Well, niceness can be both. It can be non-interest based and interest based. And did you say can you get out of it?
Well, I'm not saying can you like get out of niceness. I'm more like saying can you actually get out of not being nice, the interest-based stuff? Can you get out of that?
Sure you can. Sure.
How? What was your experience?
Well,
Whatever you can offer.
when you just want to be nice, not to get anything out of it, but just because, not even beneficial to you, because it is, because everything you do reflects on yourself. It's like a mirror. But, I would have to say, I'm not really sure.
Okay, you've been taking the courses, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been taking the courses, you've been sort of debriefed, let's say, they're going through the courses and showing you how to recalibrate yourself, because you were very fortunate in your endeavors. So in that, have you seen how complicated or complex it truly is to be nice? For example,
Yes.
or anything at all, right?
Yes.
Okay. For example, you can be nice and say, "Hi, I'm a nice person. Hi, all these people that churchgoers, they do that all the time. I'm nice and I do everything and I'm so kind to everybody. Just look at me. Just look at me. I am nice. I am the epitome of nice. I am so nice to you. I love you." And you're trying to get away because they're freaking you out. They're freaking you out. What they're doing is they're feeding their ego so that their ego can qualify them, quantify them, and say, yeah, yourself. So you, right? And even in the courses, you've seen how.
I feel like you have to stay as true to yourself as you possibly can. So in that way, if you are just being nice, it's not to feed anybody's ego or in a way to feed your own of you being nice, but just being.
Just being. See? So if you're just being, L, here it is. You asked me for my opinion. I always sneak it in there somehow. If you're just going to be L, then is there room for being nice? Because you just are. I am that I am.
There is room and there isn't. And then there's room for both.
You
Outcomes.
would say that as a hybrid, wouldn't you?
Sounds like something from What the Bleep, I think.
Oh, that movie? You remember that movie?
Yeah.
Did you like that movie?
I did. Very informative, plus entertaining, and it's got good visual effects.
It was a pretty good movie. So you're telling me that there's room for both. How is there room for, you're going to have to balance that, the entity life with the complex of the mind-body complex here on Terra Terra.
In a state of being formulaically, you're nice, you're not nice, and you're both possibilities and neither possibilities all at once. So yes, there is room for all of it.
But as a singularity, living within the construct of time, which just slows you down, right? So that you can observe yourself a little better. You can only choose one at one time that you're aware of.
At one time, but that's the key right there, a conscious choice to wear the niceness as a temporary costume and then to take it off.
Ah, so then there be the balance, I say, right?
Correct.
Right? Am I right about that? Am I?
You're right about it because
Am I? Are you admitting that I'm right?
I want to say too that
You're admitting
we've
that I'm
only
right.
hold on,
You're
dude.
admitting that I'm right. You are, aren't you? That's cool.
We've only brushed on the surface though, which we're going to have to address
Okay.
in the next topic.
But I
because
was
we
right.
talked about persistence and aggression. Yes, you were right.
Yes. Okay, now I'll behave and I'll wear my dunce cap and I'll be very quiet.
You're not going to be quiet.
Of course not. But it's a good idea. It made you feel good there for a second, right?
No.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
You know what? I'm
Starting
not going
an
to argue with
argument.
you. No,
Yes,
it's not.
yes, you are.
That's a contradiction.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You're just saying the opposite of what I'm saying.
I am
That's
not.
a contradiction.
No, I'm not.
You did it again.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I said nothing.
You know what? I'm not listening to you. I'm not playing this game.
Yes, you are.
I'm not going to be sucked into it.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
It's 27 minutes after. You better hurry
You're
up.
being sucked into it now.
Humans, look what she's doing to your time. She's crippling you just because she wants to get back at me. You will not get back at me.
Wait, how much
Shabbat.
time do we have left?
I don't know. You got a few minutes. It's 27
All right,
minutes.
so-
2 minutes. You can probably run over another 2 minutes.
So
4 minutes. Wrap it up.
can we all agree that there is a balance to being nice, and that does start number one, persistence, and what we're going to address next. But right now we being nice, basically a moment of a kind of yielding, a catalyst that teaches you patience and forgiveness and ultimately love, and a pause and a contemplation to consider the idea of being in service to others. That is a functional definition of nice, and most people don't know how to do that. That's what we concluded. with
Okay,
this.
wrap it up. Okay,
So-
Luna, hang on. Luna, what's your words on this? On the balance. Come on. Take a few seconds.
My words on balance, just like the Novi said, you have to reflect and in a way try to know yourself better so you can find the imbalances so you can balance them out.
Beautiful. And the Novi is telling you that, yeah, you can balance it out, but be careful because the egoic system is always out there trying to get you
24/7.
24/7.
So,
No one is calling you by name.
oh, this is wonderful.
So let El Cuco not enter your brain. You can do it, but it takes la persistance of wanting to do it and always guiding yourself on that path which you have chosen, as L1 so cleverly said.
And Novi, where can they learn how to
I
be
have a
nice?
hunch you already know.
Where can they learn how to be nice?
You
For
said.
those of you who have some insight, who would like to learn some more insight on how to be nice and the definition of nice and balancing out your niceness, yes, it can be done. And in order to do that, you can visit becomethesource.com. You can also visit our academy, Humanicon. And of course, you can also visit our YouTube page, becomethesource.com, for more videos on not so much being nice, but more to the point of subscribing to our updates on YouTube. We'll be updating every week if we can help it. If we don't run out of peanut butter first or whatever.
We are running out of peanut butter. That is such a crime in my...
Oh, I ate the last of it, you guys. I'm
What?
sorry.
What'd you say? You did eat it, didn't you, with some kind of cherry or something? Strawberry.
Cherry?
Strawberry. You stuck the strawberries inside.
No, it's the apple.
It was apple? It's
Yeah.
gross. How can you eat that?
Apples, chia seeds, and honey and peanut butter. Sounds
Sickening.
Oh, I
great.
love that
Sickening.
with grapes and strawberries. That is
Elle
perfect.
knows. Elle knows.
This nasty stuff. So, people, you're listening to Become the Source at iRadio. Well, actually, becomethesource.com. See us on YouTube at Become the Source. Well, it's youtube.com/Become the Source.
Subscribe.
Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. .com/Become the Source. Leave your comments, your questions, and anything like that you may have, because we're here to service you, my friends.
And friend us on Facebook.
Friend us, because Facebook has some weird issues going on.
And I have to deal with him all day. Come on, I need some company.
Oh, that's how it's going to start.
Uh-oh.
That's how it's going to start. Do you see that? Throw me a bone here.
I saw
would you?
nothing.
You saw something.
I'm the mediator here, you guys. I'm just gonna
Oh,
stay
you
right
so
here.
suck. God.
Sorry.
I love you very much. I'll catch you on the next show. And, well, this is the Novi signing out. Peace, love, and wake up, consciousness.
This is L1 signing off. Thank you so much to my generous friends Luna and Denovi. Love you guys and love you too. Wake up, consciousness.
Bye, you guys. See y'all later.
She gets up with just saying bye, you guys. You know, what is she, special or something like that?
Hey,
You know,
hey.
What the heck? Say more. Say more.